fearful films delivered to your front door. What's inside the new horror pack? What an outstanding intro, yells somebody at the back of the mob. Thank you. You very observant viewer, you. That person also has asked, what exactly is the horror pack? Let me add on to that. Thank you for fueling the push, getting the timeline going for this review. Every single month, horror pack delivers to your front door. Not likely a case where they would deliver to the back or side door. I guess it depends on where your door is located. But they'll deliver a selection of 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 movies right to your door of the horror genre. You can either subscribe and have horror pack delivered to your door in the format of DVD, or if you are somebody like myself that is now stocking up their library again with new movies in the Blu-ray format, Blu-ray most definitely could be a possibility for you as well. We're going to go ahead and get this opened up. My immediate guess would be that this is from August, seeing as that we are wrapping up the end of August and school is right around the corner. I'm sorry for anybody that is going to be going back to school. School, it can be fun. It's those first initial days where you walk in, you're a stranger perhaps. It's even worse if you've just moved in, you know, a new city, a new town, and you got to start at a brand new school. That's okay. We all got to start somewhere. Just imagine when you start at a new job. I can tell you the stress can be just as much. You're walking into a cafeteria, people are looking at you. Who's the new guy? Saying very obviously loud enough that I could hear it. I've all been there. We've been there. You know, even as kids, we're there. When you move up and you grow up to being an adult, it's the same thing. You're always going to be entering into a new environment, whether it's work, whether it's parties, whether it's just social gatherings. There's always going to be people that you just don't know, and people therefore don't know you. Just imagine, just eventually you'll get to know them. Kind of just go up and strike up a conversation, maybe tell them who you are, maybe even have some fun and make up a name. I'm just Billy Bob. Billy Bob? Not the Billy Bob. Yeah, my reputation precedes me. We're going to go ahead and get these all pulled out as I've been talking and yammering away. I'm going to pull out each of the movies. We're going to have a look at it, talk a little bit about it. And like the new student to class, if you're familiar with the movie, let me know down below. And that would be an icebreaker. And then I get to know you, you get to know me. We're just like one big happy group. Pulling out the first title, let's see what we got here. The first title is The Echo, from the executive producer of The Ring and The Grudge. This stars Jesse Bradford and Amelia Warner. Gripping with tension, says Dread Central. Terrifying further, says BeyondHollywood.com. I've not heard of it myself, but let's read further, shall we? Fear and paranoia seep from every wall in this tense and creepy psychological thriller from the producers of The Ring and Dark Water. Jesse Bradford of Flags of Our Fathers and Bring It On is Bobby Walker, fresh out of prison and living in his dead mother's apartment as the condition of his parole. Plagued by eerie echoes emanating from the building, Bobby's terror mounts as he begins to suspect his neighbors had a sinister hand in his mother's death and could come for him next. That seems promising. Speaking of new to the neighborhood, he's come out of prison. Of course, he's now trying to adjust into society. He doesn't know people, and I'm sure throughout the course of the movie, he will learn all about these people. The release date on this is 2008. That's a long time ago. That's 11 years ago. And the runtime is 96 minutes. Special specifications. There is no special features, it seems, just some audio, video, and subtitles availability. But other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on for extra features. Shame. I always like to watch extra features after I watch the film. I'm sure anybody that watches films with me usually knows that's the case. After I watch the movie, I usually watch like the behind the scenes, the how-to, the makings of, even the trailer. I like to re-watch after I've watched the movie. Who else in this room Show of hands to the new classmate here. How anybody in this room, after watching a movie, likes to watch all the features and the extra bonus material on the video? Let me know. Show of hands. We'll mingle and get to know one another. The next one seems rather thick and meaty. We've got ourselves an unrated version. Oh, look at this. This is also a steel case. Not that this would be the indicator that this is a steel case, but it's Brad Pitt's World War Z. I rather enjoyed this film. I didn't know there was an unrated version. I guess maybe the Blu-ray that I had picked up probably has an unrated version. I watched it, but I certainly did not watch it in a steel case. Unrated cut with intense footage not shown in theaters. The suspense is killer. Raves Peter Travers of Rolling Stone in this fast-paced, pulse-pounding action epic. Former United Nations investigator Jerry Lee, played by Brad Pitt, is at a race against time to save both his family and the world from a pandemic that is toppling governments and threatening to destroy humanity itself. David Denby of The New Yorker calls World War Z the most gratifying action spectacle in years. Special features include Origins, Looking to Science, World War Z Production, Outbreak, The Journey Begins, Behind the Wall, and Camouflage. The release date for this one is, let's see if I can find it, somewhere here, somewhere there, 2013, with a runtime of 122 minutes. So that is an hour and a half, and then some. A little bit more, just a little sliver more. That is really cool. I like the fact that the case looks aged, almost as if it is the last surviving remnant. This is the last copy of World War Z in the entire world, and I have it, and it's been shrink wrapped. I'm going to keep it in my time capsule. A really good movie, though, and definitely a nice presentation to have this in a steel case. Very, very cool. Like that. That might very well be my favorite thing in this set so far. Even though, to be fair, I haven't watched Echo, so I'll have to give that a good look at it as well. The next one we have inside is Malignant. This is Gary Cairns. Is it Cairns? And it's Brad Dourif. Well, we know who Brad Dourif is. I don't really know who Gary Cairns is. It is the Malignant, and it says Experiment is Real. Horror Pack Limited Edition Blu-ray. Let's have a look on the back here. A grieving man, Alex, played by Gary Cairns, falls victim to a rogue scientist, played by Brad Dourif, who kind of looks like the same mad scientist who was also in Alien Resurrection, who uses deadly methods to cure addictions. Unaware that he's become the latest experiment, Alex passes out from drinking and wakes up to find stitches across his chest and a gruesome video showing a murder. Now he must confront the scientist and overcome his terrifying treatments or face the ultimate horror. Featuring 38-minute documentary, Surgery for the Soul also includes an exclusive interview with Gary Cairns from Purgatory Road, an Academy Award nominee and Golden Globe winner, Brad Dourif, from Cult of Chucky. It's interesting that they would put Cult of Chucky, but maybe that is the most recent thing he was in, and that's why they quoted him for that. I mean, they simply could have just put Child's Play as well. Lord of the Rings, Alien Resurrection, also he was in. Never before seen features, behind-the-scenes footage, actors in action, special effects, and more. The release date for this is 2013, which I think also happened to be 2013 down below there as well. And the runtime is 85 minutes. Small and digestible. Put that right there. And then the last one in this month's bag of Horror Pack, we've got Condemned. Death is the only escape. A gore-tastic and terrifying good time, says Dread Central. It says the fight for survival begins. Fed up with her parents bickering, poor little rich girl Maya, played by Dylan Penn, moves in with her boyfriend who is squatting in an old condemned building on Manhattan's Lower East Side. With neighbors that are meth heads, junkies, and degenerates, this depraved hellhole is more toxic than it appears. After a virus born from the combined noxious gas and garbage infects the building's residents, one by one they succumb to a terrifying pathogen that turns them into bloodthirsty, rampaging killers. That's why you got to clean up your room. and transforms their building into a savage slaughterhouse. So really, like, just the walk away, the takeaway, if you will, from this is when your parents tell you to clean up your room, and they walk in, they say, "Oh, Jacob, this room smells. You got to clean up your laundry. You got to put away your garbage. You got to throw out all the food that you've left on the floor." There's a reasoning for that. You could turn into a bloodthirsty, rampaging killer, and nobody would want that. So, Jacob, listen to your parents. That's interesting. Really, the idea that it's not even just specifically government testing, but it's just garbage and waste and things that people leave around. You leave that stuff around, that's going to be what happens to you. Some interesting titles, I have to admit, this go-around, delving into the world yet again of Horror Pack. We pulled out 4 anomalies. Anomalies? There we go. Producers are yelling down to me. Anomalies! We got 4. My favorite, I would say, in this is probably World War Z, but I think I might be a little biased to the fact that it also so happens to be the only title I've watched out of these 4. If you've watched any of these, let me know down below in the comments section what you think of them. I always like reading your comments, and I like just shooting the breeze. Just you and me, just hanging out. Nobody else needs to happen in this world. It's just you and me, just shooting the breeze. Make sure you subscribe to the Horror Pack. I'll put the link down below if you guys are interested in getting movies delivered to your house every single month. And one better as well, speaking of subscribing, if you are new to this channel, long-time viewers perhaps, and you just never got around to it, you just realize now you're looking down and you're like, oh, wait a minute, it does still say subscribe. Whoopsie poodle, I forgot to hit subscribe. Oh man. Hit that subscribe button down below. Swing next door to that really decrepit looking place. Bloodthirsty slaughtering is happening next door. Turn on that bell notification so that when future videos are coming onto this channel, you'll never miss out. And speaking of future videos, would you actually believe there are future videos coming onto this channel? Strange, I know. It's like this guy almost always posts up content. Yeah, I do. All the time. Sometimes ad nausea. More videos, guys, will be coming your way, so certainly stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.